a champion for federal urban park investment. Can you talk a little bit about why urban parks are important to communities?
Urban parks make communities more cohesive. They provide opportunities for families to get outside and to stay healthy, but really now people have very high expectations for their communities. They want them to be safe, they want them to be clean, they want them to be fun. So we want the federal government to respond to the new desire of our neighbors back home and provide a little bit of matching money for local communities that are redeveloping or building new parks to make their communities better.
Absolutely. I think the planning community would very much appreciate that. You've worked with planners over the course of your time as an elected official. Can you talk about why it's important for planners to tell their elected officials what their priorities are in shaping the future of America's cities?
Well, members of Congress like to be partners with their local communities back home, and urban parks are particularly important because this is what families and businesses require these days. We're living in a smarter era, a smarter growth era, where we want communities to be mobile, we want them to be safe, we want them to be enjoyable, and we know that it helps raise property values and attracts businesses, and that's critically important to members of Congress and communities back home.
Great, thank you. And finally, can you just talk about why it's important for planners to be building relationships with their members of Congress, coming to Capitol Hill, making sure they're staying in touch when they're back in their state or district?
Well, here in the Congress, there are so many issues. It is very important that members of Congress stay up to date on what is happening on the ground back home in building communities. We like to be advocates for our hometowns and fight for those federal grants. Oftentimes there's so much going on at the local level, it's hard to keep up. So it's very important that everyone from the American Planning Association and all the folks back home communicate with their members of Congress and tell them, help prioritize.
Great. Well, thank you so much for your support of planning priorities, and we really, really appreciate your work.
You bet. Thank you.